like to greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the most powerful to the most weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether or not that you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you like me, my YouTube videos, whether you give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, whether you like what I say or do. It doesn't even matter if you are dark-skinned or light-skinned. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, or proclaimed enemies. I greet all of you all with the same universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Today happened to be Thursday, February the 13th, 2020. The time being about 7:30 a.m. in the morning. This street right here I'm on now is the street I live on, is Vine Street. I'm in about maybe the 500 block of Vine. But if I zoom up a little bit, where you can see my neighbor's truck to the left, past that stop sign, you right down to maybe a half a block in the direction where the bus going, is where I live in the 600 block. See a car backing up down there. I'm on this street for a reason, because today the 13th and on the 10th of February 2020, my daughters and them decided to take a walk from down there all the way where you see me at now. This is on the corner of Boone Street in Vine. They walked all the way down from the 600 block, and then they worked their way down here. And as they was walking, they coming down through here, minding their own business. Young, respectful ladies. Even if I'm not talking to certain people, as long as them certain people is not a direct threat, if I'm not there and they speak to my daughters and them, or reach out to hug them, my daughters will do it. But they was walking down here, minding their own business. Little young girls now, minding their own business. And I want to give you a little history now. You know, you had some people in this town putting false characters on me, calling me a rapist, calling me a pedophile, calling me a sexual predator, calling me all these things. But never once could they produce it. You know why they couldn't produce it? Because it wasn't true. And it was 3 individuals doing it. But what's so sad about it, and I want to let the NAACP here in Charleston, Missouri know, past and present, if you wasn't a part of doing the things that I say that you all was doing with these individuals that's out here bringing chaos to the black community, then don't let it bother you. But these 3 guys that was videoing close by my house had their little thing called CNN News, Charleston Nigga News. And these leaders down here seen it as to be a funny and a joke. But let me show you, my children was approaching this area right here. This is what they call the hut. Various people hang out in this area right here. It's called the hut. As they was passing this here, it was one guy standing there. One guy was standing there as they was passing by. This guy that was standing there, now these same leaders that was promoting these guys that was calling me rapists and pedophiles, and they knew it wasn't true. They know for a fact, the guy that was standing here, my daughters and them, as they was passing, this guy hollered out to them, where y'all going? Number one, it ain't none of your business where they going. Your name is Tommy Jones. My name is Raymond Lewis Ivy. I'm on their birth certificate. Even though their birth mother is on their birth certificate, but she's worthless just like you. But anyway, they didn't answer. Then he gonna tell them or ask them, where your daddy at? Tell him he got me kicked out. Now, what parent wouldn't be angry? Here it is, an individual asking their teenage daughters this here, and you a known rapist. You know why some of the leaders in the NAACP here in Charleston, Missouri won't say nothing about him? Because one of the top individuals that's running the NAACP here in Charleston, Missouri is a convicted rapist. And one of the other top leaders in the that's leading the NAACP here in Charleston, Missouri is convicted of voter fraud, but the voter fraud is a unique voter fraud. You see, this individual is in the black community getting drug addicts and alcoholics who was giving up on life, giving them either a cigar or $1, a bag of candy, or a 40-ounce can of Old English beer, each one of them equivalent to $1, to vote for who he wanted them to vote for. Now, this is a black individual doing this for a white organization who knew he was doing this here. It took the federal government to convict this individual. But the people that he was working for, the Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center here in Charleston, Missouri, and partially in East Prairie, Missouri, they continued, they let him retire from 1997 until he retired 20 years later. But he got convicted in 1978. But these three individuals that had this CNN news, the Charleston nigga news, they was coming back close by my house. Police didn't do nothing to them. The judges wouldn't do nothing to them. But these three individuals that was calling me all of this here, one of them that they used with the brown wig on his head is his brother that's the rapist. But you know, he ain't saying nothing about his brother because it's true. Then the same individual with this wig on his head was living right across the street from right here with a female, and the female put him out because the fact he was trying to mess with her daughter. You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you something about these individuals in Charleston, Missouri. You see, they got individuals that the judges, law enforcement officials here in Mississippi County and Charleston, Missouri, they support and protect these individuals. You see what I'm saying? No matter what their character is. You see, you ain't gonna hear nothing I'm talking about the rapist is what he said to my daughters now, but you gonna hear it from me, and I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. You see, for years y'all laid there and talked all this mess about me. You see what I'm saying? But look, the same people talking about Charleston, Missouri made them. Now they got children with them coming down this whole street here, Vine, all the way down in Vine. They ain't gonna go in the white neighborhood, all the way down in Vine. Didn't none of them live over here making a video saying Charleston, Missouri made me. And all they was talking about is gang banging, drugs, shooting and killing blacks. Nothing positive. But let me tell you about some of these leaders from the NAACP Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center, and some of these other preachers. They laid here and supported these individuals that was calling me a rapist. They supported them because I had charges on 2 of them, and they supported them until they judged threw the case out. But this what the NAACP and all these black leaders, and if you a part of the NAACP and you ain't a part of it, don't worry about it. This what they support. A baseball field that ain't been used in 8 or 9 years. A parking lot. This is sacred property here. This is what the Lincoln School was the only place blacks can go to school at until 1961. It took a lawsuit, a federal lawsuit, for blacks to be able to go to the, what is called now the Charleston R1 school district. But my point is, this is Charleston, Missouri, y'all. This is the west side. You see what I'm saying? The stuff that happened on the west side, that guy wouldn't be over there talking to no little white children like he did me, especially when he's a sex offender. Them people in this building here, 700 Elm Street, they ain't gonna say nothing about that because it's Raymond Lewis Ivy daughters. But I don't care what judge, I don't care what federal agency, can't none of them stop me from talking about taking up for my children and exposing these rapists that's among the NAACP, these voter fraud and these other criminal alcoholic and drug addicts and drug dealers that's a part of working with the NAACP, Susanna Wesley and all these other people. But I just want y'all to see this black history here in Charleston, Missouri. But I let that individual know, you may be above the law with these people, but you ain't above the law with me. Peace be still.